Greetings, I'm Liz.
And I am Scandal, and let's play a game together.
So, we're going to be doing another chat episode wherein we look through our chats and perform things. And unfortunately, Scandal's going to be talking to themselves.
Oh, it's going to be beautiful.
Because that's what's going to be happening here.
So if you guys thought that we had enough of Leviathan,
you were wrong.
You
we
are
did not.
Totally wrong.
Leviathans, like massive discourse. I guess
What's up? You're still at Rad, right? Could you hip up Lamond and get some buffalo egg milk tea for me on your way home?
Some buffalo egg? All right, I don't know.
All right, so Boomer
Lament. We don't know who Lament is yet.
We do not.
So that might be a good question.
What's going on, y'all? All right, so Boomer priorities.
Right.
What are bufo eggs?
I don't know, right?
What are bufo eggs?
I'll figure out where the hell I'm going and what I'm doing later. What the heck are bufo eggs? Reasonable.
Honestly,
I
will laugh if they try to basically throw in like a sort of social nickname, like, hey, dude, and then they go, man, because you're trying to say your name.
Right.
The man, dude.
Right.
You know, or something like that.
Right.
I'd laugh. So,
Eggs that buffo toads lay. I need you to loot that place and get me milk tea with those eggs in it. Those succulent balls of chewy goodness, they're super popular among the succubi right now. Thanks in advance. So there are women?
I guess. Somewhere.
So we have succubi, do we have incubi, and then do we have concubi?
Aha! Who knows?
Who knows?
Let's find out. I'm also just like, they just are like, I don't want to talk to you. I just want to tell you to do stuff.
I know,
like,
right?
Do you know how to make a
Good
friend?
morning. Are you going to Rad today?
I have to. You're not going. Of course.
I have to go.
I
Being like disenfranchised.
He is pretty disenfranchised. So our character is pretty disenfranchised.
Let's see. What is this? So be like, you're not going.
Right, going. I'm like, he wasn't going with the I have to go because he's resigned.
Yep.
So yeah, going. You're not going.
You're not going.
You're not going. Really?
Really?
Really? You're not going to be responsible? Are any of you responsible ever about anything?
Why do you have to go?
Well, you see, because...
You'd have a better time skipping school and playing games with me all day.
I do have tasks that I'm assigned to, and I've been told that I can fail and get my soul eaten, but you know.
Doesn't it depend on the game? I am a student after all.
I am a student after all for some reason.
I have turned into a student. So recently we had a discussion with someone where they talked about how you have to have, your main character has to be a high school student in this game. And we pointed out that the game never says that we are from a school on Earth or from a high school on Earth. It just says we are from Earth.
And it's some sort of an exchange program, which we've joked about before, of going, yes, and then the other human, I'm totally expecting them to be 3 years old. Because we're also talking about demons who have very little context and going, yes, what I want are eggs in my tea, and going, so what we have
bubble tea.
That's bubble tea.
And you're going, no, that's not how bubble tea works.
That's not how again, these weird things of going, as far as I can tell, it works pretty well with our headcanon of going, they really don't know what human crap is.
Right, they have the basic idea, and it's basically all a cultural appropriation and soft interpretation after that of going, oh, clearly it's this thing. It's like all the creatures in Halloween Town trying to understand Christmas.
Right.
They're going, we're trying to understand human stuff, and that's as close as we get.
This is Devildom, this is Devildom, Devildom.
Yes, that one. Anyway.
So, I am a student after all. Like,
yep, we've become a student again in our, in our
exasperated
later years. I am a student after all, so you see, this is the experience, my dude.
Oh, goody two-shoes over here.
Well, go on and go if you're gonna go. I'm like, honestly, you could have gone harder, dude. You are totally weak.
I'm like, that's very soft. Like, that's like I'm in second grade. I'm gonna insult you. Nanny, nanny, nanny. You go to school and I don't.
I can't do any of the co-op dungeons by myself, you know.
Can we fight? Excuse me, can we fight? He can't do dance battles without someone tapping the screen.
He really can't.
Was that a self-aware moment? I don't know.
Either that or just, again, going, what I had tried to do was going, well, I'm going to play games, and that's the very passive-aggressive way to go.
Right.
I want you to play with me,
Of
but
going,
I can't
yeah.
just ask you, which
I
is
want you to
so
come play video
frustrating.
games with me, but I'm not going to ask. I'm just going to, like, passive-aggressively, bag on you.
Hey man, I'm having a hard time. Will you hear me out?
Sure. Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. I am listening.
Like, we're listening. I am on board. Probably was in the military. What's up?
It's fine. Speak to me. Sure. Yes. I'm here. I have ears.
I am on board.
If I not the ears, I would be like, no,
I have at
dude.
least the legs.
Right?
So I'm going to the Sucre Frenzy live show tomorrow morning. The thing is, I need to rest and replenish my HP, but I can't sleep.
Sad. Boo. Is he going to be like, please come get in my bed with me too? Is every one of them going to invite us into their bed for one reason or another? And we're going to be like,
It's so
all of
annoying
you-
because it blends them all together in
Right.
ridiculous ways. They sound very similar.
they're not distinctive enough. They're
for
all
me-
whiny, demanding, and sort of pushy,
Uh-huh.
and a little bit insulting.
Yeah.
And so it's like, are you
Why do
really distinct? Why do I need 7 of you?
Why do I need 7? You could have gotten away with 3.
Like 3. Yes, exactly. 3.
3! At least 3!
At least 3. I have at least 3 ideas. All right. So sad. Don't sleep then.
Exercise, make yourself tired.
I like the exercise one. That sounds
like
very
Sarah
standard.
Stewart.
Well, you should take a walk before bed. Just get on and ride your stationary bike for a
fine.
little while. Sounds very boomer.
Stop talking about your feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Exercise and make yourself tired.
Yeah, going, honestly.
Go to sleep that
you're-
way afterwards.
Why are you whining to a stranger?
Meh. Okay, I guess I've got nothing else to lose.
Thanks. You're so suddenly like, okay. Like, I can't sleep. Well, stop thinking about trying to sleep and think about something else, and then maybe your sleep will happen naturally.
perhaps.
Sometimes it works.
Right? Hey! Check this out!
Checking.
So, Lucifer comes up to me and is all like, what is your future dream?
Right?
What is your future dream?
Yep. Oh,
I
what's your
really
future
couldn't
dream?
have cared less at the moment, but I went ahead and gave him an answer. So I told him I wanted to be a professional gamer. And guess what? He laughed at— Okay, the thing is, honey, we're a boomer, and boomers tend to laugh at people who think that that's actually viable.
So you see, one of the biggest things back in the day when games were getting really, really big, especially console games,
God,
and you had people's kids spending hundreds of hours on them and like 50, 60, 70 hours a week sometimes, like a job, there was all this sort of teasing about it and joking your kids not doing anything useful. There was even a famous Far Side comic, these parents watching their kids play video game and imagining wantads for gamers to solve problems, to pass levels. And so right there, the humor is in that generation because
Like,
Gary
I was
Larson-
like, unfortunately, boink!
yeah.
Nah!
I'd also laugh.
laugh.
That is not a career. On the other hand, I love how ironic this is as we're let's playing this game, trying to go, we'd love to play games. Playing games would be a great thing to do.
We're having a great, like, this is a very meta moment.
It is very fun.
Character going, I'm gonna laugh at you. Us going, no, I support you. Also, though, I would not say to compromise your education also at the same time. And also, potentially, like, your potential social experience.
Right, if you want to play games for a living, for sure, pursue that. But think about what's needed and what's going to support you. And, like, have stuff going on during the meantime. A lot of people who want to move from hobby into career with something they do as a craft, and gaming could be considered a craft, as producing a, recorded video kind of thing, is that you want to have something that supports you in the meantime, whether you're young enough and you can stay at home and be supported, or whether you have I'm doing that other job and slowly working into this until it's sustainable. A lot of writers do that. They write slowly until finally they can switch careers. And it can be hard to run essentially 2 jobs at once, but if it's something you're passionate about, it's basically like doing, your love and your job.
Yes.
And so it can just be, it's not really draining.
Right, exactly. It's something that actually tends to add to you rather than takes away from you.
Exactly. Just like, a good friendship or good relationship.
Nah. I'd also laugh.
Also laugh. You would. Oh, he's so sad. The thing is you got to think about who you're talking to, dude. We're like...
Anyway, that's so brief. I'm like, I would
67.
imagine you'd honestly get really defensive. I hate to say it, like,
Maybe
I
that-
think the unfortunate stereotype really is the going, like, you need to get really defensive. I don't think they would ever expect that.
I don't know.
But I don't know.
Your average person isn't going to laugh at them unless they're trying to essentially punish them. But in this case, Boomer going, why is there any, that doesn't make sense. That's not even a career.
Right?
Like, okay.
Anyway, I asked him what his dream was, and he didn't even answer. In that moment, I really felt like he was 10 times worse than Mammon.
That sounds rough, my dude.
I am also like, again, I feel kind of bad being somebody who's clearly playing games and definitely trying to do this for a living, which we really appreciate all your guys' support in regards to Patreon and Ko-Fi. This is awesome.
Additionally, just,
So-
like, shares, comments, subscribing, that kind of thing helps us be more visible, and eventually we could partner with YouTube, if that's the way things go.
Right?
All right, let's see.
I'd really like to be a professional gamer if it's possible. There's no course for professional great gamers here in the Deveildom, so the only way to be one is by being reincarnated into a human.
Oh.
As far as I know, there's no course in the real world for
Oh.
being a professional gamer. Like, there's
There really
game
isn't.
design, but there's not, like, I have not
Being a
seen
gamer?
anyone offering their online university of how to be a YouTube gamer.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I really, even like the shady online YouTube, like universities of pay me $150 for a 3-month course on how to be a YouTube gamer successfully.
Right.
Or buy my set of videos and books on how to be a YouTube gamer successfully. I haven't seen it.
I could always fake being a human, but I'm sure I'd be found out quick. I know you'll never find out unless you try, but...
Meh.
I haven't told anyone else yet, but I actually have another, more realistic dream lined up.
Okay, so I'm just, when for a second here, be like, I can always
Okay.
fake being a human, but I wouldn't pass. We've been arguing that they don't pass very well as humans the entire
So-
time, and I love that confirmation of going, you've just barely got this.
Okay,
You're
I
not-
cannot tell. So I have to say, for
Okay.
me personally, I'm having kind of a problem because I feel vaguely like these particular things are being
Options?
shat on
The options,
in
yes.
interesting ways because they're tied to Leviathan, who's supposed to be pathetic.
Um,
And we're going to be a cosplayer isn't a career, which is basically being a costume designer, performer.
and performer, yes.
Doing I'm
And
like,
it's a fashion job as well.
Uh-huh.
You're a combination model, actress, designer, and like personality.
right?
Yeah.
Or just actor or whatever.
Well, actor,
and, to be a
acting
manga
individual,
artist,
yes.
that feels a bit like it's dissing on that as well, and that bothers me because comic artists are real artists, and they also do have careers, and they should be better treated, I
Right.
feel.
And to be a voice actor, where even for both of us, to everyone that we're related to, that we've explained this to,
Uh-huh.
unless they are younger than us, they have gone, "What's that?" or "What do you mean?" Like,
Yeah.
none of them. Like, I had to explain to some of my relatives that audiobook readers have a job reading audiobooks and get paid for it.
Yes.
And I'm going, well,
Oh,
I just
never
never thought about
it,
that.
yeah.
And it's like, that it is kind of a thing of people going, yeah, but those are fantasy careers. They don't actually exist.
And so I'm now torn in this regard. I'm like, I
Going,
feel
I don't know how to answer.
also going for a boomer character. This
voice actor is
none
the
of
only
these-
one they might know what is, because, or most likely are going to not might know. That's very reductive and limiting. But going, that's the most popular thing of that generation to know what is, because voice acting has always existed in cartoons and was very respected back in the Walt Disney days as a thing. You had some very famous ones.
Yeah, it's true, but
And in Looney Tunes as well, including
Yeah.
my dad, who was very sad when one of the bigger Looney Tunes voice actors who did like 36 voices, died.
yeah.
And they did this really like cool piece of art tribute where every single character they ever voiced all stood back behind a microphone and it just said speechless.
Yeah.
I cannot remember his name right now.
God, to be a voice actor, that's because I was like,
'Cause that's
also, though,
something that
again, I'm
generation-
torn about this because this feels really insulting.
Hey, okay, that's fair.
Like, I am definitely displeased with how this route seems to be
yeah,
popping up, and this makes me uncomfortable.
yeah, because it does seem to be just dissing on other things instead of going game design or something like that. Or
Hey, that seems good. The industry's way too competitive, though. I'll give you the deets on my dream. I want to be a devil tuber.
oh, there it is.
I feel you.
I feel you.
But also, like really bad. Well, welcome to...
Welcome to Lies and Scandal
Scandal.
in Meta. We're in Meta right now. Hello. Also
hello.
us. Me
Then
too.
I'll pwn up on a storm of games and stream it live every day. Boom!
So you want to be a Fortnite player?
Maybe.
But also, like, he doesn't seem like the type of person necessarily who'd want to play
all right.
Fortnite. So I don't know.
How's your streaming services in the Devildom?
Right.
How's your internet connection? What's your data service like?
Right.
Because like for us, we can't stream because we don't have the data for it at all.
Who knows? If I can make a living out of it, I could even end up calling myself a professional gamer someday. Don't you think? Oh yeah, we're dreaming big here.
And by that I mean we don't have the bandwidth for it. That one we can't stream because we don't have the bandwidth. Do your best. Time to face reality.
I feel like past a point of going, like, you'd probably have a conversation that'd be like, do your best.
That ends
Like,
up
it's still
with
the thing, though, in the end, though, there's a level of going, you're gonna eventually have to face reality.
Yes.
That is how that usually works. Now, eventually, though, there really will be, like, so you'd have potentially a boomer who really aggressively will come in over and over again going, hey, so how about your job? Have you got any money yet? What are you doing with money?
Have you got a regular job yet? So what's bringing you money? Yeah, I know, you have this dream thing, but what are you doing for money? What's your retirement like? What's your plan like? Are you paying into your IRA?
Right. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you get your retirement fund done yet? Do you know how much you're doing?
Oh, so you're doing gaming. How much does that pay you? When is that paying you? Oh, so that people pay for that?
Right? Is that really what they pay for?
Like, they really just pay you to play games?
Really?
Huh,
do your okay, I am uncomfortable with this.
Yeah.
I feel almost kind of guilty, actually, for picking basically a boomer idea. Like, again,
They
generalized
didn't
boomer
give us
stereotype.
any direction on who or what we're supposed to be as far as a person is concerned. So we really could choose anything.
Right.
Like man, woman, adult, child. You assume not a child because it's very awkward to do a dating game with a very young child.
Right.
And like, if we were like, we're 6, that'd be weird. That would be really hard to maintain.
Also, again, most of the options will not sound like a lot of 6-year-olds. Not that people...
Not the words, but context. Because 6-year-olds have a huge amount of language. They do not have any amount of language limitation at that point. What they've got generally
is basic
context and what the heck you're talking about.
Right.
Like, thanks, having you cheer me on makes me really feel like I can do it. First things first, I'm gonna play some games. Over and out.
Instead of going to school.
Yeah.
I don't know what the rules are. Is there truancy officers in hell?
Right?
I need to know.
I'm also like, who then would get in trouble though too? Because usually truancy officers report to your parents.
Yeah, or someone in charge of you.
Student,
so you got Deveildom going all the time. I just get the truancy officer going, dude.
Hey, look at your phone, 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 look at your phone. Becomes friends with me on Mononoke Land.
What? What's Mononoke Land?
Maybe later. Yeah, again, so what starts happening, at least in my experiences, typically will be a lot of starting to slowly push off going, that's interesting, that's cute.
Maybe another time.
Maybe
I'll look
honey.
at your game later. I might check out your channel later. Maybe later. So this might also be one of those situations, unfortunately, of a self-fulfilling prophecy of where we're really like, we're going to play a boomer character, and now we're going to deal basically with what for them would be the weirder younger generation of going, I don't understand kids today. Their priorities are weird. No, you play! Now! This is the kind of game you need to get a head start on, quick! Man, I implore thee! Install it! Because otherwise you will not be in the top ranks when it becomes important, and you won't have the...
It's got the system where you can't make much progress unless you make some friends.
Unless you make some friends, yep.
Except that also, it doesn't encourage you to actually make friends.
My friend mission. And you don't make friends. In fact, when I played Farmville back in the day, when I first started Facebook, the only thing I did on Facebook was play Farmville. Like, people asked me, hey, start a Facebook account. And then I never used it for posting. I never did anything with it. I just played the games on it. And the only reason I had Facebook friends was because of game rewards.
Yes.
So they weren't people I knew. They were never people I talked to. I didn't interact with them at all. We just sent each other friend requests because we were playing the same game and it unlocked game rewards.
Yep.
So it didn't encourage, for me, any friend making at all.
Which is, again, where I'm like, you guys need to rename it, because I don't even think even for the people who made that particular design choice went, they're going to actually be friends.
They honestly should just call it, teammates.
No, they add free advertising. Do free advertising for us. Mm-hmm. Spread our game so that we get more and more downloads, we get more and more attention.
Yeah. Make it as transparent as possible. If you advertise for us, we'll give you in-game rewards.
Right?
That would just be straightforward. Be like, you share this game with your friends, and you get rewards.
Right? It's so annoying. God, help me complete my friend mission, please, man. Mwah!
Okay.
I feel bad.
We can't say anything else. We
don't
get to respond. That's it.
I'm like, I would totally be able to respond because.
Yeah, I'd be like, there would be something to say to that.
Yes.
But I'm just like, he's so excited. Also going,
man, I have some great news for you today. I love it.
Man is paying off so much.
Man is such a good name for our character. It's so good. Every one of them. Man, this thing. Man, this thing. Man, this thing.
All right, so if we're also technically playing, so I'm kind of like, okay, so there's a lot of I know sometimes resistance for some things, but there's also hi, I'm going to be, cheerfully,
every time,
friendly.
Everyone starts friendly during the day and then you shut people down.
Yes.
Every greeting is friendly at the beginning.
Yep. Woo! Let's try it.
Good news for today. All right, good news for you.
What is our good news?
It's the great news that my soul's getting shinier, that I don't have to work as hard, I don't need to make 9,000 cheesy omelets.
Awesome. Pro response right there. You're gonna not believe this.
You're not gonna believe this.
Not gonna at all. Not even once, not even twice, not even
one third of the time. You won't even believe it.
I want to spawn for you at a special raid that's gonna happen on one of the Mononoke Land special bases.
Woo! We don't even
it's
have the game. We have to start
fine.
with What's Mononoke Land.
No, we already had the introduction to it, being like,
I know, but we never asked what it was.
it's fine, I'll pass.
There we are.
That like, no, you wouldn't even go that far necessarily. Be like,
yeah.
no thanks, I'll pass. Like, it's
That's
too much
fair.
of a time commitment.
I'm not into this.
Whatever you're doing.
I don't game.
God, I don't.
I
feel really bad, but I'm also like...
We're not trying to be nice to everyone, we're trying to be a person.
No, I know!
I know, but at the same time...
I feel bad!
But it's this particularly outgoing of crapping on the nerd feels like an unfortunate stereotype, and it's disappointing, because we are both nerds.
Say no and I'll go bananas, human! To be technically correct, it's my spot.
So you were going to let us take your spot instead of you?
I can invite you as a friend, though, so that's why I want to have you come fight alongside me, man!
I see. So you didn't secure me a spot, you just have a pass. You have a +1.
You have a
I have a +1.
That's
Would you be
cute.
my +1?
Receive this opportunity from the exceedingly benevolent Levi!
Receive.
I
say. So does he just shove you into this afterwards because you don't get to talk anymore?
Sounds
Like what
like
happens exactly? I don't know. All right. I wanted to say, hey man.
Hey man! There's a super rare spirit you can catch in Mononoke Land right now. It's even a different color. All right.
And if you want it in a different color later, you'll have to pay a $2 transaction fee to get it. Oh, sorry. Microtransactions are usually the only ways you can get spirits of a new color, but this time it's free.
It's fine.
It's okay. We don't watch the Gymquisition. You watch the Gymquisition.
Nobody does. All right, so.
And if you don't watch the Gymquisition, but you want to know about what's going on in the gaming world, you should watch the Gymquisition.
I feel like, unfortunately, the response is to be like, cool, don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, and there's no way to do that, like, for this particular character.
I mean, the thing is what I get the experience from sometimes when I am talking to even people in my own sphere of that age, there really is a level of going, cool, like, good for you.
I'm so proud. There's very
happy for you.
It's very patronizing.
Mm-hmm. So the super cool is good for you.
Good for you, honey. You can go play your cute games. It's fine.
Yep. Enjoy your thing. He's blushing.
Yes.
We are patronizing you, dear.
We're totally patronizing you.
No, but you know what? It's okay.
I bet you want to see it, huh? I'll show you if you come to my room. I'll be waiting.
We don't get to respond to this,
We're
I'll
not
betcha.
going to be able to. And then,
I want to be again, but aren't you worried about what people will think if I come to your room and him freak out all over again?
Right.
Like,
well, honestly, I think actually that's the end of all of his.
I think that is all we have right now.
So, thank you very much for joining us, guys, for this chat with
I have
Leviathan.
a question real
What's
quick.
up?
Can we send him stuff without him talking to us? Do we have any agency? Can we send him a sticker
I
without him being there?
No, because it's black down at the bottom.
Right, it doesn't offer anything.
Nope.
That bothers me that we have zero agency in this. Like, we can't start anything.
We always have to wait for the, again, so I feel like one of the things that bothers me personally about a lot of romance / otome games, based off of what I've seen so far, is really the whole point is for the player character
to wait.
I.e. the player to feel wanted.
Mm-hmm.
They're really having very unnatural, basically, conversations with people. Like, everyone constantly keeps going out of their way to talk to someone who seems like, for the most part, to either be extremely introverted or extremely non-involved. And
right.
I don't like the stereotype and also the potential behavior that it's encouraging.
Like
Especially
a lot of
because
times,
most of these are aimed towards girls / women.
Mm-hmm.
Women are expected to want to be desired, and that people need them to be and they need to be desirable when the people come calling.
Can we scan through the Devilgram while we talk to this
Sure,
real quick?
why
All
not?
right,
That's
so
fine.
anyway, so like it feels really weird how passive we are in all of these games, that if you're going to be a character, even in Choose Your Own Adventure books, you get to be more of a character kind of thing, and you're not waiting for other people to do things to you. And this chat system specifically makes me go,
I think we have to pay for some stuff.
I don't care, I was just going to look at it. I was just going to glance through and see things because I don't freaking care.
Neither
The dragon
do I.
is adorable, this dragon
That's
flesh.
super cute.
We can actually like these things, can't we? Like by putting a little star on them.
we had to put the star on the other side.
I bet we can do it here. Look at that.
That's very cute.
Yep. So I was just like, but I'm just like, it feels incredibly passive. And it just occurred to me in that moment going, you really can't talk to them. You can only respond to them.
Right?
And that level of passivity, even if they didn't respond right away at all, you could just send them 900,000, stickers or emojis, or talk, into a void if you wanted to. Like, even my, on some of the, texting apps I have in real life, you have like a bot on some of them that you can talk to, and that bot actually will have conversations with you,
Right?
and it will respond to you as an AI kind of thing. And it gets repetitive after a while, but like, they could even create, if they didn't want to create bots for these, literally you could just send them things to no avail, and eventually it would go through the story, but you could still interact,
right?
or they could be like, got your messages, and then start the story of whatever it is.
I really wouldn't want to encourage that, because I feel like there's a level of basically like encouraging a parasocial relationship, not even just with a person,
with a non-existent
but with
person.
even a non-existent. I'm like, that really like bothers me, because a lot of people use that to prey on other people,
and
some
fair.
of it also bothers me, because it's like, yeah, you're trying to sort of create a relationship. So this is kind of weird, sort of a meta experience for me of going like, hey, I'd like to, encourage people to come back and look at our stuff, but I also don't want to be like, you guys need to be all end all, and yet I'm also trying to do this for my livelihood kind of thing.
There's a weird experience right now of going, we would like to essentially share a social experience with you and hopefully add something to each other where we're having a lot of fun. Maybe you can have a lot of fun as well. And we also, again, learn things while we do this, because we're analyzing the literature and the story and stuff. And so we notice things and are continuing to sort of develop ourselves. And we kind of want to share that because that's fun. But at the same time, we don't want to be like, hey, we are your close friends who know who you are, kind of thing.
That's totally.
That looks like a Phantom High cosplay.
Belfie and Wonderland. That's totally Seal Phantom High.
Except for it's not. It's Alice, because it's Wonderland.
I know, but they did do a Wonderland special, remember? And he was actually Alice.
No, I didn't watch that.
Okay, I
It's
saw
fine.
that one.
Anyway, so it just occurred to me that, we have no agency in the texting, and that was kind of frustrating. But
yeah, anyway, well, thanks for joining us, guys. If you like what we do, please go over to our Patreon or our Ko-Fi. We've got lots of stuff over there.
Like,
but we're not blocking everything off.
Subscribe.
It really help us. Yep.
Right, yeah, the Patreon, you can interact with us for free, or, you can read anything we post there for free.
Yeah.
Like, we don't lock anything off.
Yep.
In the meantime,
I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies. And it was great playing with you. Bye!